Welcome back, everybody, to the Two Bs and a Ball podcast, where we pick it, we call, we win, or we fall. My name is Braden, alongside here with Blake. Thank you for making us your first listen every Thursday. Blake, how are you feeling going into week 6?
I feel horrible. The worst week I've had ever, maybe my whole life. Um, just an ugly, ugly week of picks for me. But that just means I can't go downhill from here. It's only uphill, so feel good, I guess.
Very true, very true. I'm feeling pretty good. We'll find out why here soon, but let's go ahead and hop straight into our first segment today, which will be some confessions from last week, where we went wrong, where we went right. We have Taylor back on the show to give us a quick rundown of some picks. So we'll hop straight into it. First game, Taylor, TCU at Arizona State. You picked TCU. Did you watch this game? Do we know what happened? What are our thoughts?
I didn't watch it, but I'm gonna assume that Arizona State won.
Correct. Yes.
Well,
Very true.
I heard that on game day they were going to, and I was like, ah, hell.
Yes. Arizona State pulled it out. It was actually a really close game. TCU honestly should have won it. They lost it at the very end, but unfortunately, Arizona State got the dub, which was an incorrect pick. Blake, any thoughts from this game?
That's 2 weeks in a row. Arizona State snuck one out. And I said it last week. It'll be just like the week prior. It'll be anybody's game from start to finish. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that game there was like 17 unanswered points on both sides or something crazy like that, where it looked like Arizona State was completely out of it. They came back and then was down to the wire from there. So it was a crazy game, classic Big 12 football game, but it was a good one to watch.
Absolutely. Next game we got is LSU at Ole Miss. We all got this one right. We believed in the Rebels and Lane Kiffin, and Ole Miss got the dub over LSU. We'll see if they can turn around the rest of the season. LSU is going to have to probably win out to make a good push for the SEC, but we'll see what happens. I can see Taylor shaking her head. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, we have to play LSU next. They better lose.
Very true.
It'll be a tough day for the Gamecocks. It'll be a real tough day.
Yeah, we have to play them at LSU, and we both have a bye week this week. We play them next.
Lovely. Set up for maybe some disaster. We'll see. LSU's down, I think. So I got hope in the Gamecocks. We'll see. Next game, we got Auburn at A&M. Blake and I both picked the Aggies, which, hurt my heart to pick them, but they did win over Auburn. Pretty close game. Hard-fought game. Taylor, you picked Auburn. Did you watch any of this, and did you see what happened?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I thought there was like very low scoring on that game. So it was boring, so I turned it off.
Hey, that's fair. That's very fair. It was pretty tight, and both defenses showed up. Kind of just felt like a grind of a game. Blake, did you see this one?
I did, and I believe this was actually my lock of the week. It was A&M -6.5. They won by 6. Brutal beat. Yeah, I mean, you hold them to 3 points through 3 quarters, allow a touchdown in the 4th. Brutal beat for my first lock of the week.
First L. I'm used to the L's and locks of the week. So if you follow Blake's locks, then unfortunately that one didn't go through. Super close. Next game we're going to talk about here was our group lock of the week. We all picked Penn State to beat Oregon, and as we all know, that game unfortunately just stunk for the Nittany Lions on a whiteout game at night. We're going to get into this one later with Blake and I, but we all picked Penn State. Initial thoughts for me was James Franklin, their coach, can't win a big game, especially at night for a whiteout. That's really unfortunate. Taylor, any thoughts from this game?
No, not really. I really thought that Penn State was going to pull it out, but Oregon, didn't they beat them last year too? So maybe, I don't know, maybe they were just riding a wave.
Blake, any words?
Brutal beat for Penn State. Brutal. You're down 17-3, fight back, force overtime. first one to score in overtime. And then it gets to the second overtime. Oregon scores a touchdown, can't convert the 2-point, and then your first play you throw a pick. So you fought like hell to climb back in it and just couldn't get the job done. So brutal beat for the Nittany Lions. Not mad at the lock of the week loss because it was a good game, but that one was tough.
All of our viewers, we let you down another week with the group lock of the week. Unfortunate. Did we win last week, Blake?
We did.
Oh.
Tech money line.
Okay. So unfortunately, let you down this week for the group block. We'll have to get that turnaround this week. Here we go. Alabama at Georgia. I picked this one correctly. Everyone was right. By everyone, I mean both of you were not high on Bama. Proud of this pick. I'm proud of it. Kirby Smart has a history of losing to Alabama. He has a Bama problem. And so we'll have to see if that'll change. I don't think it affects his legacy whatsoever, but I think he's like won for his last 9 or 10 against Alabama. Someone can fact check me on that. But yeah, Alabama got the dub. Blake, Taylor picked the dogs. What do y'all think?
I was glad Alabama pulled it off because I'm kind of an Alabama fan at the same time because my dad likes them. So I was pulling for Alabama even though I thought Georgia was going to win.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I thought Georgia was going to win. B-Bart, this is one that you should be proud of. And I'm glad it happened because I'm sure you're going to want to talk about this later on in the episode. But now Texas Tech is sandwiched in the AP poll between Bama and Georgia. So what a time we're living in right now where we can say that sentence. Bama at 10, Tech at 11, Georgia at 12. Just what a time.
Feels unreal. Yeah, I called Blake the other day and was like, hey, did you see the AP poll that we're sandwiched in between Bama and Georgia? I was like, I don't know what world we're in, but pretty cool to see. Not normal for us Texas Tech fans over here. But anyways, next 3 games, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and subtly flex. Same situation as last game. You both picked the wrong team. I picked the right one. I felt really scared as I was picking these games. But I came out on top on all 3 of these. So we've got UCF at Kansas State. I believed in the Wildcats for one more week after they looked so terrible up until this point. Still aren't very good, but they ended up beating you at UCF and getting the dub. So Blake, I'll let you take this one first. UCF taking the loss here. I know you're pretty high on them. So any thoughts for the old Golden Knights?
Well, it's not so much that I'm high on the Golden Knights. I'm just really low on the Wild.
Yes, that's a better way to put it.
They're horrible. Let me tell you what it took for them to win a football game, a convincing football game. A bottom tier Big 12 team goes to their place. Their quarterback gets hurt in the first quarter, doesn't come back until I believe the 4th. So they shut him out while he was gone. And then he comes back and scores 2 touchdowns. It's too little, too late. So maybe this is the confidence boost that K-State needs. But, I mean, that's what it took was a starting quarterback going down. He's out the whole game pretty much, and then you win by 2 scores. So still not a great win, honestly. Feels kind of the same as their North Dakota win. I can promise you if they're ever in our pick 'em again, I'm going to pick against them. I don't care if they're playing a high school. I'm picking against them. Just kind of a rule I'm going to live by on this podcast. So I'm not mad at it, but good for you for picking one of the worst Division I college football teams to win this game.
We'll see if that theory stands true a little bit later tonight. Excuse me, this morning. Taylor, you picked UCF. Any thoughts here?
No, I didn't know who to pick. I picked Florida because it was warm there, so
That's right.
that tells you how much I knew about this game. So I don't care.
Hey, not a bad pick. It was a decent game, and UCF tried to make a little comeback there. But moving on, Notre Dame at Arkansas. You both picked Arkansas, and they got kind of throttled by Notre Dame, which I guess I sort of expected, but I thought it'd be a closer game than this. Taylor, I'll let you express some Arkansas thoughts here with your SEC knowledge.
Yeah, I turned that one off too. I was getting very upset because I don't like Notre Dame, but what happened to Arkansas? They done fired their coach.
I know.
Come on, we gotta give him a chance.
I think Arkansas fans were, I think, happy about that because they've just been let down so much. But tough
Yeah,
world out there. Tough world out there being a coach.
Yeah,
yeah, it wasn't a good week for the E SEC.
yeah. My 6-6 prediction for them, definitely going to go under that. I said it last week. If they wanted to go 6-6, they had to win last week. They might win 4 games this year. So definitely not going to make a bowl game. This is one of the worst teams I've seen from them in a while. So really dumb pick. I like to go against Notre Dame when I can. I'm with Taylor. Not a huge fan of them. Wish they would join a conference, but it is what it is.
Hot take. I think that Notre Dame should be banned from the playoffs until they pick a conference, actually.
I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
I think, I'm with you too. I don't even know if that'd be a hot take. It's just like they should do that 100%. So good call there for Taylor. Here we go. Our favorite team on the Two Bees in a Ball podcast, the Duke Blue Devils at Syracuse. And pick this one right again. I'm just going to go ahead and flex one more time. The Duke Blue Devils beat Syracuse 38-3. So that's all I really need to say. We found out about Duke, or we found out about Syracuse. Maybe they're really bad. Maybe Duke's decent. Who knows? It's still
know nothing about the ACC at all.
We know it's hot garbage except for Miami. I'm just gonna say that here.
Yeah,
but I'll let y'all have the floor. Syracuse scored 3 points. What are we doing?
Taylor, I'll let you go first.
Me, first of all, I didn't even watch this game because who gives a rat's ass about the ACC? Ain't no one. So I mean, who did I pick? I honestly couldn't even tell you. I'll probably
You
pick
picked Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Okay, so I don't know why, but I have nothing to add.
Yeah. I think we should make it a rule on the Two Bees in a Ball podcast that the Duke Blue Devils should be banned from Pick'em because I can't pick a game right. I can't do it. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're bad. Syracuse just beat the crap out of Clemson, and then they score 3 points against Duke. But Duke got blown out to Illinois, who got blown out by Indiana.
Well, Clemson sucks. You can't even use that.
Oh, I can't.
We know nothing.
I don't know. I don't know. It feels like any Illinois, Indiana, Big Ten, ACC, I can't get them right. I can't get them right.
Yeah, we know nothing on this podcast. We like to think we know something, but we don't. I just took a little bit of wizardry magic from Carter last week and made it happen.
Wasn't Syracuse's QB out and Jelly? Wasn't he hurt?
I think so.
So, I mean, does that really make up for 5 touchdowns? I don't know. I mean, it would limit Duke's possessions, I guess, if you can move the ball a little bit, maybe put some points on the board. I don't know, but 5 touchdowns, I don't think one player should make up for 5 touchdowns. But I mean, I don't feel like they would have got blown out as bad. But again, know nothing about the ACC at all.
Yeah, we don't know anything here. So, last 2 games, we've got Indiana at Iowa. All 3 of us picked this one correctly. Indiana ended up getting the dub. Really don't have much to say. I think they're a good team. I think they have a top 10 defense and offense. Blake, correct me if I'm wrong. I saw something today about that.
Tech and Indiana are the only two.
Yeah, so great game. Really nothing to say about that one. And last one here, Taylor can maybe flex on Blake a little bit. Kentucky at South Carolina. Blake, you picked Kentucky. I'll let you have the floor here. Taylor, feel free to jump in and say whatever you need to say.
Yeah, she's going to want to jump in here because the whole week, even the week prior, we were talking like, hey, we should get you on next week. SEC's loaded. South Carolina, Kentucky will probably be a pick'em game. And she, the whole week, is saying, I'm picking Kentucky. I have no faith in my Gamecocks at all. Like, she's gassing up Kentucky the whole time. So then last week, I'm like, she's going to shock the world. She's wearing her Gamecocks t-shirt. She's been telling me for the last 2 weeks she's taking Kentucky, and then she takes South Carolina. I'm like, well, maybe that's a little bit of bias. You know, I'm going to stick with her here because this is her team. She's been telling me Kentucky the last 2 weeks. Nope, they got blown out. So good on your Gamecocks. Bad on you for convincing me to take Kentucky.
Well, did you see how South Carolina was playing? Did you see that? That's why I was like, no, Kentucky's gonna win. But whatever, it's fine. What do we have? Like 4 non-offensive touchdowns or something like that?
Yeah,
Something crazy. But
yeah,
also, the reason I went with South Carolina ultimately at the end of the day was because of the QB thing with Kentucky. Because that little 18-year-old, he was scary.
yeah.
That was bad.
I should have done more research on the game, but I'm like, you know what? The one person who knows everything about this game is telling me Kentucky. And lo and behold.
Well, I thought that Kentucky would probably have something to prove because they suck, but then I think South Carolina also came out with something to prove because they just lost really bad to that Vanderbilt team at home. That was the last home game that they played before that. So it's like, well, but
Yeah.
now next time I would go with LSU if I was a betting man.
Well, I bet the spread would be like 20 something. But we'll
Lovely.
see. We'll see in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
A
I
lot
feel
of
like it's
weird.
so funny because it's like the ones at the beginning of the season, it was like Arch Manning, Garrett Nussmeier, Lenore Sellers, DJ Lagway. They were all like, oh, Heisman contenders. And now if you look at the rankings, they're all at the bottom. And
Yeah,
some randos are at the
none of
top
those
now.
teams are ranked. None of those teams are
So
ranked.
yeah, like so you obviously can't tell anything in the preseason. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, I think the obvious thing here is that Baron Morton's going to win the Heisman. So you don't know who that is, do you?
No.
Clearly front runner.
Clearly the Heisman front runner here in Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, maybe in Lubbock. Hey, this is so fun. This is so off topic, but the other day at work, we got a prescription sent in from Lubbock, and the guy that sits behind me said, "This is from Lubbock."
More common than you think.
I was like,
More common than you think. It's like me calling Greenville Greenville. You just roasting me. So, yeah.
I want to hit on that comment Taylor just made about how the preseason rankings mean nothing. This goes back to my AP poll hatred, deep hatred, because all that the AP poll does is they make a preseason ranking, and then they base the picks or they base the rankings off of those preseason rankings. They don't base it off of what just happened in front of their eyes because they don't watch the football games. They base it off of the preseason rankings. And so, great point there, Taylor. It fires me up clearly because the preseason poll is all that they base their knowledge off of. And like we literally just said, and like what's happening on the football fields is that we don't know what's going to happen. Like DJ Lagway being a Heisman frontrunner. That's a disgusting take now. It's like that is just not at all going to happen. So great point there, Taylor. Good ball knowledge. Obviously fired me up. Anyways, that's all I got for that.
I hope DJ Lagway looks like a Heisman front runner this weekend.
"Oh, me too. Anybody with that last name Manning, let's just put them in the dirt right quick."
Horns down.
Hey,
And me as a Tennessee hater.
Well, Taylor, thanks for being on. Just to recap our picks, Taylor, you went 3 for 10. Blake 4 for 10, and I went 9 for 10. Happy with how the week went. Unfortunately for you guys, under 500. There will be a week coming up where I will probably do worse than that. So I'm gonna take my trophy when I can get it. But Taylor, thanks for being on. Any final thoughts for us?
Nope, I'll take my 3-10 because South Carolina won, and that's all we really care about. So I had a good week.
Go Cox.
Go
Go
Cox.
Cox.
All right, y'all have a good show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Taylor.
Bye.
Wow. Unfortunate for you and Taylor, Blake.
Bad week.
Hey, it happens.
And I didn't even have anything to hang my hat on like Taylor did. Kansas lost. Tech didn't play. It was a rough Saturday.
Rough Saturday. Quickly going to announce I did miss my lock of the week, which was Kansas -4.5. Cincinnati looks, I dare I say it, good.
They do. I know we both watched this game. Their O-line is crazy. They allowed the first sack of the season to Kansas on Saturday, and they only allowed one. Their quarterback, great vision on the field. He gets the ball out quick, but their line is scary. I don't know. Does Tech play them this year?
I don't think so.
I don't either. That would be a lot of fun to watch. Those two teams go at it. Tech's D-line, their O-line. I think, honestly, I mean, I guess I don't know too much about this, but based off of what I've seen, I think Cincinnati has the best O-line in the Big 12, one of the best in the nation. I mean, they made Kansas's defense look horrible. And not just their O-line. Their receivers are quick. They run great routes. Kansas just could not get a stop. They finally get one. They fumble the ball on the goal line. And then the two teams go back and forth. Kansas takes the lead with just under 2 minutes to go. And they just, they drop a pick to seal the game. 4th and 10, Cincinnati's tight end catches it one-handed behind his head pretty much. And just a lot of unfortunate things to happen for Kansas to lose that game, but Cincinnati fought like crazy to win it. So they deserved it. Kansas was sloppy. So unfortunate for Kansas now. They've got 2 losses. I think they're a better football team than that, but it's where they're at. I know they're going to bounce back from it, but they're in the Big 12. I mean, it'll be hard to bounce back into the AP poll.
Yeah, I mean, they wrecked a few people's seasons last year. It's like they had these moments where they looked so good, and then it was just like back to, oh wait, this is Kansas football. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, Blake. No offense there, but they just haven't proven enough. And you can say the same thing for Tech or for anybody. I mean, anybody of that caliber that hasn't really done anything significant, but has had flashes of good and then just moments of really bad football.
Yeah. Kansas' offense looks electric. I mean, there were 2 drives for 1-play touchdowns to Emmanuel Henderson. I sent you a video of one. He's running a crossing route across the middle of the field. Jalen throws it a little bit behind him. He jumps, does a 360 to catch it, and turns around and doesn't lose a stride, and he's gone. Like he's a dog. Kansas has some dogs on offense, but I mean, if you can't get a stop, it doesn't really matter. It looks like Tech 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, dude. No doubt Kansas is an electric offense. I'm just seeing, I want to see them put together a complete game/stretch of games, I will say. I want them to win a few in a row and prove that they can stand tall on their defense. And with that offense that they have, if they can really effectively use their defense. So great game there. Sorsby is a gamer. He reminds me of him and Rocco Beck. For me, are both just like gamers. Like they're not necessarily flashy guys. I bet Sorsby maybe has more flashy plays than Beck, but they're both just gamers. They play hard. They've been there in their programs for a little bit, and so yeah, good game. Cincinnati's good.
Sorsby is the Haynes King of the Big 12.
Yes, that's a great comparison. He takes hits. He's a dog.
And he can throw too. He's got an arm.
Yeah.
Cincinnati does look good. I don't think they're getting the recognition they deserve.
They're one underthrown ball when they played Nebraska from being 4-0 and from probably being a top 18 knowing the AP poll, they'd probably be like 25, but I feel like they'd be a top maybe 18 team in the country. So Cincinnati, we like you here. We like you here. So if you're listening from Cincinnati, please subscribe. That is a good segue into, I want to let y'all know that we have started a new YouTube channel, more of a business YouTube channel, if you know what I mean. So we transferred our videos over. We're figuring out some kinks, figuring out how we can edit our episodes. We're learning, we're figuring this out, but we transferred to a new YouTube channel, same name. But go subscribe, like our videos, comment, whatever you want to do. We love it. We love that maybe one person watches this. We'll see. Shout out to Gavin Catillas for the comment on the trivia last week. You got it correct. I would love to have you on the show at some point.
Yeah, Gavin, he texted me and he was like, "Yeah, I watched it. It's really not that bad." Which, that's our first compliment on the show.
Not that bad. The podcast of Not That Bad. We will take it here. We will take it. Also, just want to say a few of our friends have reached out saying that they want to be guest pickers. So we're trying to make that more interactive, more of a fun thing for people to come on and not only make picks, but we learn more about their college football love, and they can answer some questions for why they love the sport. Blake, I've only got one thing to talk about today, but I will let you have the floor if you have something that you'd like to say first. First thoughts from last week, something going into this week. Hit me with it. What you got?
Yeah. So this week, obviously, don't know too much about the SEC. I know the big hitters. I know we talked about DJ Lagway earlier in Florida. I'm looking at spreads and everything. It looks Texas is a 6.5-point favorite against Florida.
Yeah.
I hope Florida can keep this game close. I hope they can win. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of games that, like recently, that the spread, in my opinion, is a lot closer than I thought it would be. Like Iowa State, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's -1.5 against the number 14 team in the country. Illinois and Purdue. Illinois is -9.5. Like there's just games all throughout the weekend that you're like, you look at them, you're like, this just doesn't make any sense. And it was the same thing last week. I don't know. I feel like in recent years, at this point in the season, we've known way more about teams that, like week 6, if this would have happened last year, Texas, Florida, the same scenario, it would feel like Texas would be like 20-point favorites. So I don't know. I think the transfer portal is changing a lot, constantly. We knew it would when NIL hit, but I didn't know to this extent. But this is just, it's just one of those things where it's like you can't really predict games like that anymore. I feel like, basically, long story short, it's all because of the transfer portal and NIL.
I 100% agree. And yeah, I think even the Vegas lines, like you said, they don't even know maybe where to go or what to pick, because it feels like a lot of these games have been lopsided, or the spreads are too high or seem too high for a certain game. So, yeah, I think that NIL and the transfer portal has completely shifted college football as a whole. And so I really, really believe that it's making it more of an even playing field and making to where teams can compete. Or in recent years, a spread like the Purdue one that you just said, 9.5, Illinois at Purdue. Is that right? Indiana, Purdue?
Illinois.
Illinois, Purdue. It feels like that game should be way more lopsided than it is. But yeah, great point there, Blake. I feel like the NIL and transfer portal have made a significant impact, and we're finally kind of seeing some of that fruit from that, which is maybe a more even or chaotic football season because more teams are even. So
Yeah, it's a lot of games where you look at them and you're like, man, they should steamroll them, and it's a close game. But yeah, I don't know. I guess being Tech fans, it's kind of worked in our benefit a little bit. $28 million on a football roster is pretty significant, and it's paying off. But yeah, I think it's crazy that these top 15, top 10 teams are 1-score favorites, 2-score favorites on an unranked team who's 2-2, 1-3. Because basically what that tells us is like Vegas can't even predict these games anymore. So I don't know. I like it for the game. I like that games are more competitive now. You don't have just teams steamrolling through their season. It's a lot more fun to watch, but I think it's pretty interesting that Vegas is having this hard of a time too.
yeah, definitely. And I'm sure if we look at numbers and statistics that they're doing just fine for spreads and things like that. But it does seem more just chaotic. So I'm sure everyone who watches college football feels the same way. But yeah, transfer portal, NIL, also like teams traveling across the country for a conference game.
Expansions.
Yeah, it's got to have an effect on your play. It's like, for example, USC going to Illinois last week. Like that is a crazy flight for a conference game. So
or Oregon and Penn State, Oregon all the way to Pennsylvania.
yeah, that's an even better example. Oregon at Penn State, which they got the job done, which is crazy. But yeah, crazy to see this happen this year. I love it. I mean, I'm honestly all about it. And another thing I keep hearing is like I watched this pregame show about Tech in Houston, and it was on CBS Sports, and they kept talking about, oh, the double eagle, $1 billion Cody Campbell Texas Tech roster. It's like, yes, we have a name that has provided a lot of money for the football program, but it's weird because teams have been doing the same thing for years. And so just because a team like Tech, and I'm totally biased in this, just because a team like Tech, yes, we have a guy who has money. Yes, he had this huge oil company, energy company where he sold for billions. I don't know why it has to be such a big deal when a team like that is doing something that they're doing right now, like being in the top 11, which is Texas Tech. So I don't know. It kind of just frustrates me that I have to hear all about this. Oh, Cody Campbell, this money roster, they paid their players. You still have to put a team on the field and compete. Like you still have to go win football games. And so that's why I feel like Joey McGuire at Tech is the perfect fit for a team that has a lot of support and has the talent, and he can just rally the troops to go do it on the field. But I don't know.
I agree. I mean, if you watch the Fox Big Noon kickoff, whenever they were picking the game, they were saying, can money buy a football team? We're going to find out today. And, everybody's picking against them. Like, money can't buy you a good football team. You're going to lose this game. We go and stomp them. And then you see all the comments of like, well, you paid all this money. You're supposed to be good. Act like you've been here. Like, I mean, pick a side.
You can't win. You can't win if you're a team like Tech or a team that's not supposed to win, but you're actually doing good things this year. So just a frustrating thing. And the ESPN is so SEC biased. It's not even funny. Like I know that they provide them so much money and they're an SEC network. I mean, they literally are. So yeah. I know that they have to show some of that, but like, man, it's just like College Game Day is gone downhill, and Pat McAfee, they should be so thankful that they have him, because if it weren't for him, they would be screwed. I love Nick Saban as a coach, but people would be falling asleep if it wasn't for Pat McAfee. So
Yeah, there's no energy in that show if McAfee's not there. I mean, I guarantee you nobody else even thought about jumping off that high dive at Miami.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody else could have made it up there. Maybe Desmond, but no, I don't know. Pat McAfee is. I've said it before. He is saving that show, and the day he decides to leave, if that day ever comes, somebody comes and pays him more money, that show's done.
yeah. I've never been a big noon guy, but I think my interests are shifting, because they seem to show more love for teams that should have the pregame show there. It's not just like and they're going to Alabama for Alabama Vanderbilt, which, like, yeah, it's a good game, but you go to Tuscaloosa like 3 times a year. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I'm just mad that they're so SEC biased, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, to that point, nobody's going to be in Houston this weekend. It's, but it's a battle of two unbeaten teams. They're both 4-0. I know, on paper it shouldn't be a good game, but still two unbeaten teams. Maybe not College Game Day, maybe Fox Big Noon. I don't know. It just feels like that's the only unbeaten teams game this week. Feels like there should be more a big deal about it. Shout out Houston, first 4-0 start in I don't know how many years, but unfortunately, it's going to come to an end.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm necessarily thinking that it should have gone to Houston for Tech Houston, but you're right. I mean, it's two unbeaten teams. Should be a good game. I mean, just like we talked about, it's a 10.5-point spread, which seems weird, but I don't know. Food for thought there for some College Game Day pregame shows. I'm all about that. I love watching them. I love waking up, making coffee, watching College Game Day or Big Noon, just setting the vibes for the weekend. So just get annoyed. I get annoyed by it, and I'm probably just biased, but I don't think I am a little bit. I think people feel the same way, especially if you're not in the SEC, if your team's not in that conference. But I'll get off that soapbox there, Blake.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think College Game Day should be there, but nobody's talking about it. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is the only game of two unbeaten teams this weekend, and I haven't seen a thing about it. So
I think you're correct on that. But hey, CBS did a 9-minute YouTube video today, so that was cool.
what?
Okay. Well, Blake, this is a topic that you came up with, but I'd like to go ahead and reintroduce it. Fourth and stupid.
I've had mine picked since Saturday.
All right, you take it over here.
Well, first, our guest picker, Cason, he's joined the podcast. I'm glad you joined when you did, so you could get in on this fourth and stupid. I don't know how much ball you watched last week. Basically, we'll let you go last. Fourth and stupid. You picked the most idiotic play, idiotic call, idiotic coaching that you saw from last week. So yeah, just think on that. Mine, I'm gonna go with a little bit of a different deal here. We've been talking teams, coaches. I'm gonna go with a referee. I don't know if y'all watched the Georgia Tech Wake Forest game.
Oh, someone got screwed, right?
Wake Forest got absolutely screwed. Let's revisit this. Okay. So Wake Forest is up 23-20. with about 4 minutes to go. With a minute 48 to go, Georgia Tech's out of timeouts, and Wake Forest is hard counting, and Georgia Tech jumps way offsides. The ref doesn't throw the flag. Wake Forest thinks they have a free play. They snap the ball and just chunk it down the field. No flag was thrown. The flag was thrown there. Wake Forest gets a first down, wins that game. Georgia Tech in return kicks a field goal. It goes into overtime. They score a touchdown, kick the extra point. Wake Forest scores a touchdown, goes for 2 to win, can't convert. So, yeah, that's a game-changing no call that if you watch that game, definitely should have been called.
That's a great one. I did see that. Unfortunate for Wake Forest. Tim Duncan was probably really pissed. His alumni really let him down there. Yeah, mine is probably to no shock to anybody. I have an honorable mention, but mine is the AP poll. Another week of the AP poll being crap. I don't even have to say anything. My honorable mention is Drew Aller. You are fraudulent, my brother. You should go work at State Farm.
Is he going to be an accountant like John said?
If he wasn't built like Josh Allen, he would be not playing football. So I've given you chances, but you continue to let me down. Maybe it's some of your coach, who knows, but Penn State, how do you lose that football game? How do you lose that football game? That's my fourth and stupid.
Yeah, that's
Cason?
brutal.
I had the kind of same answer as you when I was thinking about it, because not so much Drew Aller, because we're familiar with this game, but maybe James Franklin or whoever the offensive coordinator is. The fact that they're running the ball so well, and then they immediately throw a pass in second overtime and he throws a pick, that's fourth and stupid to me. I don't know why they did. They could have thrown the ball, scored, and probably won the game against Oregon. But
Singleton is one of the best running backs in the country,
yeah.
and you're not going to give him the ball in the second overtime. The first play you throw a pick, that is disgusting.
Yeah, it's bad.
Disgusting. Well, Cason, glad you're here. Kind of jumped straight into it, but I'm going to ask you a few questions here, put you on the spot.
All right.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you love college sports?
Yeah, so I've known B-Mart since 9th grade, Blake since sophomore year. I remember I met Blake in a summer league basketball game, and I sprayed his ass when he was at Friendship. But
we don't talk about it.
That was my first meeting with you, and I was like, you came up to me after the game, and you're like, hey, like you sprayed me or something. But
that was brutal memory for me there.
I mean, I won the game by like 30. We got B-Mart was on that summer league team too, but
I could not.
Was that in the back gym of Friendship?
Yes, it was the Friendship High School PE gym, and Cason hits one in my mouth. I'm closed out all the way, and he hits it in my mouth. I'm like, you just sprayed the crap out of me.
Yeah. That was a good time. But yeah, I'm Texas Tech alum and current student somehow. Yeah, so big college sports fan. Glad to be on 2 bees and a ball.
Well, we're certainly honored to have you. I know you've been to some good games. Cason's a ball knower, a football fan through and through. What is the best college football atmosphere that you've ever been a part of?
Okay, well, let's see. College football, I've only been in 2 stadiums, and that's Tech and OU. And OU's definitely a way better stadium. They definitely got it going on up there. But in terms of like moment or something or atmosphere, a couple times was like the UT game in 2022, I think, when we beat them in overtime. That's one of the better atmospheres I've seen. The Oregon game when they came down here, that was live, and then Shuck threw that pick and screwed us. But the game itself was awesome. So yeah, Tech has had some good moments, but in terms of like just general stadium being packed out, OU is pretty killer. And a lot of those, they're SEC now. A lot of those SEC schools, they do it different. But Lubbock is good though. It's and the new renovations and everything. It's looking nice over there, so we're doing good.
Yeah, SEC ball is different. I mean, I went to Neyland over in Knoxville, Tennessee, South Carolina. That was crazy atmosphere. I mean, they pack 100,000 in that stadium.
Over and over.
I didn't know Rocky Top at all. I could sing it to you word for word the day after. I had dreams about that song.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's crazy. Crazy atmosphere in the SEC. They didn't even have a parking lot for the football stadium. It was like the football stadium houses you got to park in the streets. It was weird, but no, I'm with you, Cason. SEC ball is different. But yeah, Tech's had its moments. Colorado last year, the Oregon game. A lot of the moments we remember are heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
I think we mentioned the TCU tip drill last week. That game, the Colorado game last year, we got steamrolled. Oregon, we threw a pick late in the game to screw us. I can't think of one we won other than that UT game in recent years. But yeah,
Arkansas Pine Bluff was pretty crazy.
Yeah, the rain delay and everything. Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Abilene Christian was Abilene Christian.
That was a good game.
That was a fantastic game.
Best game I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Well, Cason, as a former player yourself, what is your favorite moment in a football game from your football career in high school?
Let's see. First one that comes to mind, just with you saying that, is what happened. We were playing, I think, Sundown or somebody, and we were like beating them by a lot. And they just like ran it for like 2 yards. Me and you were both on defense. They ran for like 2 yards, and I just like stand up from like the pile, and you just look at me and you just said like big ass. The ZZ song at the time. And we were up 20 points or something. That's a good one too, Blake. It makes some noise too. Everybody can see it.
This was a good moment from their high school career. Carter, our recent guest picker, Ryan, our also recent guest picker, B. Martin Cason holding up Jonah.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Cason, I thought you were gonna say this one, but this actually blocked a punt against who was that, a playoff game?
It was, yeah. Well, that was playoffs against Corndale. I didn't block the punt, but I recovered the touchdown for it in the end zone.
Right.
So
That's right.
anytime a nose guard scores a touchdown, that's pretty special.
Hey, that was pretty epic.
Pretty great.
I'll never forget that moment. I honestly forgot about that Sundown game. Good times.
Good times.
Just so we can put this into perspective for our viewers, Cason, like he said, was a nose guard. He was a lineman. How tall are you, Cason?
About 5'11" on the best of days.
Yeah, and in high school you probably weighed like $170.
Yeah, now I'm like 200. I was about 175 at the time.
Yeah, so
back
show how small our school was. But I didn't play football, but Cason was a dog on the line. B-Mart played receiver and DB. Is that right?
Sort of. I was scared of defense.
B-Mart definitely top receiver our senior year. I don't care what anybody says. He was a dog. Cason was a dog. A lot of fun to watch them senior year. And watch him go to state. That was kind of brutal, but a lot of fun to watch you too.
Thanks for bringing back some trauma there, Blake.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, great. Now you know some background about Cason. Great friend of ours and known him for a while now. So I would like to start off hot with a trivia question.
Oh shit! Okay.
This is gonna be with the effort of both of you, Blake and Cason both. join in, do your best to get this completed. I want you guys to name every single Heisman winner since 2005.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, if you think about it, if you start naming them off, I'll mark them through, and I think you can get this done.
Maybe going backwards.
Are we going? Yeah, starting 2024 or what?
You can do whatever order you want.
What do you want?
Just think of the greats.
Well, if we go back, Travis Hunter, unfortunately, should have been Genty, but
Ding ding ding.
Hunter, like Caleb Williams. Before that, is that right? Or
He was 20. He was 22. You're missing one in
this
between.
one.
Best quarterback in the NFL. Jaden Daniels.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
He won Heisman?
Yeah, in 23.
Season, I guess.
Okay, so who was before Caleb Williams?
This would have been around COVID.
You got two Alabama guys in 21 and 20.
Devontae is one of them.
Right?
Yes.
That's right. Okay, and then down to 2019.
19 Burrow.
That's best team probably ever.
Like, I need some help here, dog. You're not doing shit.
Okay, 2018.
You're on a roll. 2018, I'm gonna go. Did he win the national championship?
No.
Oh, well.
You got two Oklahoma guys.
So one of them's gonna be Jalen Hurts.
Boomer Sooner, baby.
Or not. Whoa! Hey, whoa! Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was one of them.
Yes.
This is it 2017.
17 was Baker. You're missing 18.
2018.
Current NFL quarterback.
You got it, Blake. I believe in you.
It was somebody else that transferred in.
Right.
Because it was like a running thing. It was like, oh, transfer to OU, win the Heisman. Was it 2018? He's starting.
Yes, and he never lost a high school football game.
That don't help me at all.
Short little guy, bro. Fast.
Jason, you know?
Yeah, Kyler Murray.
Oh, yeah.
I was just hoping Blake would get it, but
No,
No support here. Come on,
where
Blake.
was he for, or where was he at before OU?
Dig him.
maybe.
Yeah.
He was at the evil place. 2016
Ooh,
ACC.
Lamar
Jackson, absolutely. 2015.
20.
Lamar.
No Google or ChatGPT here.
Was it Bama? Was it a Bama team or a Bama
It
player?
is a Bama team.
Derrick Henry.
Cason's on a heater. 2014. We've got the another quarterback. 2014. Great college player.
Ooh, great college player.
Not the best. I mean, decent NFL player. I think he might be starting now after an injury.
Damn, that's a while back.
Was he? I'm gonna take a shot.
Mariota.
That's right, Mariota.
Sorry to take the.
Blake, was that your guess?
No, I think mine. No, this guy's not starting. Who I'm thinking of, he was third string. But anyways, keep going.
2013 ACC school.
Then it might be who I'm thinking of.
One of the most likable players.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
Oh yeah, that was the other one I was thinking of from Mariota.
Great guess there. 2013, 2012 quarterback.
Oh, never mind.
Money Manziel.
Money Manziel is right.
Yeah.
Ripping off these
Watching
kids.
Cason's wheels turn.
Yeah.
I was like
2011, we've got the only. Oh no, Oklahoma was Big 12 at this point. Got another Big 12 school for 2011.
Travis Hunter, Big 12.
Oh yeah, true. Big 12 legend Travis Hunter.
Colorado. That's on me.
Wait, a different Big 12 school in 2011.
Yes.
That's not OU.
Not Cincinnati.
Not since Brendan Sorsby, I think. Is that right?
2011. Probably the worst commentator in sporting.
RG3.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. We love you, RG3.
It's an orgy in the end zone.
There you go. 2010, we've got an SEC quarterback here.
We're gonna need a little bit more than that. We were nine,
baby. That's Cam.
Cam Newton.
Wow.
Easy, Cam.
Come on, Blake. You're better than that.
We had a crazy stretch of quarterbacks during that time frame. I mean, maybe these guys that we're watching now will turn out, but golly, they were some dogs.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't know like anybody else from this list other than Tim Tebow. I know he's somewhere on there.
2007, Tim Tebow.
Let's go.
All right, so you've got 09, 08, 06, and 05. I'm going to be honest, I don't even know who the guy from 2006 is. I'm going to go ahead and give you all that one. It's Troy Smith
I'm letting you get that.
from Ohio State. We are not that old here on the Two Bees in a Ball podcast, so excuse us if you do know who that is and we just offended you.
Surely he didn't have an NFL career.
Surely not. Okay, 09. Very good running back.
Mark Ingram was okay. Mark Ingram's on there somewhere. I knew that
Mark
one.
Ingram. That's right. 08.
I don't know.
Non-SEC.
Position.
Quarterback. Like, is he a USC guy? Is he a USC guy? No.
This guy put up crazy numbers. Not a good NFL career. Cason, you've been to the stadium that he played at.
OU?
Uh-huh.
Wait, Bradford?
Yeah, Bradford.
I won the Heisman. Okay.
Bradford in 08. You got Tebow in 07. You got
Go,
Troy Smith in 06.
Good old
And
Troy.
then 2005,
Is he a running back?
he is.
Reggie Bush.
There we go.
Come on. Great job, guys. Great little speed trivia there.
The trivia probably took 20 minutes.
I say speed. I'm trying to fly through it there. Question number 2. No, I'm going to skip that one.
It can't be any harder.
Yeah.
It might be. Question number 3.
That wasn't the whole trivia segment. We're still doing that. That was like 20
I've got
questions in one.
I've got one multiple choice question for you. In 2021, what Texas Tech quarterback led in completions, yards, and completion percentage? Here are your choices. You got A, Donovan Smith, B, Henry Colombi, C, Tyler Shuck, or D, Baron Morton.
In 2021?
Yes.
I don't even.
It had to have been Shug.
I don't think Smith was on the team.
No, I think
He
he
was.
was.
He was.
All these guys recorded a completion that year.
He graduated in 2020. He was in and then no, it had to have been Shug.
Well, if that's the year we got like foobarred by Texas, I remember that game. It was like 70-35. If that's that year, it might be Columbia because Columbia was putting up numbers in that game.
I don't think Columbia. I think Columbia was before that, wasn't he?
He was
no,
for.
You said he was on the team.
Yeah.
All right. Final answers. Lock it in. Jason.
I'm taking Columbia. Give me Columbia, bro.
Blake.
Goat.
Oh, I've already said Tyler Shug. I'm going to stick with it.
Correct answer is B, Henry Colombi. Unfortunately, led Texas Tech in all those categories because the other 3 quarterbacks had somewhat of a decent run at Texas Tech. Dark times for us, Texas Tech.
Yeah, Donovan.
Then he transferred to Marshall and beat Notre Dame. You remember that?
Yes.
Happened the next year, so he must not have been that bad.
But yeah, not that bad. All right, Cason. Last
piece of glass that we had in Tyler Shug. Anyways.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All right, Cason, last question for you here, then we'll get into our picks. Cason, these are rapid fire questions. This is called 3 and out. No thinking, no deciphering, whatever comes to your brain, you have to answer. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Come on, Mark.
All right. What is the greatest tailgate food and drink combo?
Oh shit. I can't think. I mean, just hot dog beer.
Hot dog beer.
As simple as that.
Good answer.
Yeah.
If you had to share a dorm room with one current college football player, who are you picking?
That's such a weird question. Current college football player?
Or past, or it can be previous.
Or previous?
Any football player ever.
You're thinking.
Yeah, no, I need to not think. Well, the first person that came to my head is like Coy Aiken.
Oh, okay.
That.
Cowboy Coy?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you were a head coach on the sideline, are you wearing a polo, a quarter zip, or a t-shirt?
Quarter zip, easy. That's like
Funny.
that's the correct answer to that.
Final question. If James Franklin had to work a regular job for a week, what would he do?
He can maybe be a waiter, I think.
Okay.
Not like fast food, like decent restaurant, but that's about it, bro.
Lovely. Well, that's 3 and out. Good job.
Thanks.
Great work. Blake, I'm going to go ahead and ask you these same questions. Gave you some time to reflect, but I want to include you on this one here. We got hot dogs and beer, Coy Aiken, quarter zip, and waiter for James Franklin.
Good luck being Coy Aiken, bro.
Putting you on the spot here, Blake. Ready? Greatest tailgate food and drink combo.
I think I answered my beer question earlier. So I'm going to go Angry Orchard and nachos.
Okay. I forgot we kind of did this with you. Some of these are same as Carter. If you had to share a dorm room with one player, who are you picking?
I'm going to go. I'm deciding here. Okay. You know what? I think I'd go Marcel Reed.
Okay. Love it. You rocking a polo, a quarter zip, or a t-shirt on the sideline?
I'm with Cason. I'm going quarter zip. I feel like it's the only right answer.
Seems like it. Seems
Or
like
the
it.
if you're Joey McGuire.
Oh, yeah. Kind of slept on. All right. James Franklin's regular job. What's he working?
That dude's going to work at T-Mobile. Breaking headsets, like Kevin Hart said. Thank you for going to T-Mobile. You know, have you seen that?
I think, I don't know. Maybe.
One of the greatest Kevin Hart like videos of all time. You got to watch it. I think it's on Netflix, but yeah, I could see that dude working some type of commission job.
Okay. I love that. Yeah, I'd have him as like a professor or.
I can see that. He's got the look for professor.
Yeah, just something interesting. He might have to be doing that here soon. We'll see. Well, Blake, if you don't have anything else, do you?
I don't think so. Cason, did you have any games that you wanted to reflect on while you're here from last week?
From last week, not necessarily. Tech wasn't playing, so.
Fair
but
enough.
Penn State Oregon was the one that really stood out to me, and I'm like, Penn State hasn't won a big game like ever since they beat Ohio State that one year. It's like, but
yeah, B Mart said Drew Aller was going to be an accountant in a couple years, so
he's a big ass accountant. You got a 6'5", 250 accountant for some reason. I don't.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hop straight into picks here. Cason, what we do here is pick the outright winner.
Okay.
Blake and I always talk about shortening these episodes, and I'm looking down, and we're an hour and 5 minutes in, and we haven't started picks. So
nice.
Which is the longest portion of the podcast.
Yeah, it is. So
we gotta name every Heisman Trophy winner back to the 1860 before we start this. If you don't mind.
All the way back to Reggie Bush. That's
on me. In hindsight, it looked like it'd be a lot quicker than that, but
look at most of those. I don't think that was going to be quick at all if I didn't know like any of them.
Well, I think I'm going to retire from being a host. So, thank you, Cason. I learned from my mistakes. Next guest, you will not have to name 25 players who won the Heisman. Personally, I probably would do it in about 15 seconds. I guess y'all just aren't ball knowers, but I'm just kidding.
We were 4 years old when Reggie Bush won the Heisman.
But my first NCAA football game was 06 with Bush on the front. But you were right.
That's the only reason I knew it too.
Yeah. Great game. Fantastic game. Okay. We're gonna get into our picks because we're just having a blast. A good old time here on the podcast. Cason, we picked outright winner. I'll go through them. We'll kind of mix up the order for who picks. I will tell you the spread, where it's at. We can kind of go from there. Try to keep answers not super long-winded, again, as we're pretty deep into this one already. So we'll start it off here at the Big 12. Blake mentioned this one earlier. We've got Iowa State at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's favored by 1.5. Cason, I'll let you take this one first.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati's going to win. I think both these teams are in that weird Big 12 spot where like there's like 8 teams that are like kind of good and no one knows who's going to win each week. I think it's like Tech and then Utah, and then like you could put 6 or 8 teams there. So these teams are pretty even matched. It's at Cincinnati, so I like them a little bit. They also just beat Kansas, and I think Kansas is a solid team. So I've got Cincy.
Yeah, you helped my self-esteem there. The Kansas loss hurt. As Cason knows as well, I'm a Kansas fan.
Kansas.
My text tone back in the day used to be Dick Vitale saying, "It's Kansas, baby." It's so, yeah, Kansas guy, Tech first, Kansas guy. But, yeah, I'm with Cason here. And I don't know, B-Mart, I don't know where you're at, but this might be a clean sweep on something that we talked about earlier. And I know this is going to get you back on your soapbox, but a number 14 team in the country, underdogs against an unranked team. But Cincinnati looks solid. I like what Cason said. You know, you can throw 6 to 8 teams in the Big 12 and at each other. You don't know who's going to win. I said it before. Cincinnati's O-line is full of dogs. They give their quarterback time to throw the ball. Iowa State definitely overranked, and I think Cincinnati will get the job done.
Did you say Iowa State's number 14?
Yes.
Is that true? That's crazy. I didn't know
that. I'm not clean sweeping. Iowa State has beaten 4.
They beat Kansas State by 3.
Okay. They've in Dublin, mind you,
Who
in week
cares?
0. In week 0. Let me
let the man talk. Let the host talk. Like, come on.
Let me speak here, Wilson. I went 9-10 last week. Excuse me.
9-10.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Iowa State in this game. I think they are criminally underrated. I also think Cincinnati's underrated. They haven't lost a game. Blake's having a little freak out over there as I speak. Iowa State's going to win this football game. I have no clue why they're not favored. If I were a gambling man, I would hammer this spread / money line. I'm picking Iowa State to win in this one.
We got this.
Blake,
Wow.
are you believing? Are you just like believing that? I know they just played Kansas. I get it. But
Kansas, first of all, Kansas is a really solid team. They've lost 2 games. That the first one, offense just laid an egg in the second half, just horrible. The second one, I mean, Cincinnati played their butts off. If they play that way this week, they're not just going to beat Iowa State; they're going to kill Iowa State. I'm on like the complete opposite side of Iowa State as you are. I think they're severely overrated. They're number 14 in the country, and they haven't done anything.
Dude, they beat Arkansas State by like 8.
That's awesome. And they beat Kansas State by 3.
Okay, let me make my case. They beat Kansas State, whatever. They beat South Dakota by 1,000. They beat Iowa on the road, which is not an easy place to play.
No,
And
I'm
they
with you.
barely beat Arkansas State. That was weird. But they went on the road at night to Arizona, and I feel like last week we were and people. I'm just saying people were talking about Arizona being, a sneaky possible Big 12 like contender, which was wild to me, but kind of in that range of like, what the heck do we know about this team in Arizona? But they beat them very handily at their place at night. So I feel like they're if Tech did that, what would you be saying about them being ranked 14th?
If Tech beat Kansas State by 3 and beat Arkansas State by 8,
Yeah,
and they were ranked number 14 in the country, I would probably say they're a little overranked, even with my bias.
You forgot the 2 games I just said.
Iowa and Arizona.
The Iowa win was impressive. It wasn't dominant.
No.
Arizona snuck one out against Kansas State. And one thing that I will die on this hill, Kansas State's horrible this year.
Okay.
Yeah. I do think the first game got Iowa State a little overhyped because K-State was the freaking Big 12 favorite. And Iowa State beat them. And it's like, oh, Iowa State's now the Big 12 favorite. And then we all realized that K-State is fraudulent.
Yeah, and you can't drop them down in the rankings for winning games.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you knew what you know about Kansas State now, and Iowa State wins that game by 3, it doesn't look good.
Week 0 in Dublin. It was raining. I'm just going to die on that hill too, Blake.
We'll see.
Iowa State's going to win. We're going to post this segment on
Okay.
YouTube, just this singular game prediction, because I'm praying that this is the longest game that we'll talk about.
Probably
Second game here, we've got Texas at Florida. Texas favored by 6.5. Blake, I'll let you go first.
I feel like we all know who's going to win this game. I can't say it though. I'm going to let my bias show here on our unbiased podcast.
Right.
I can't pick Texas in a good conscience. I'm going to have to take Florida just because my heart is gonna pick for me here, not my head. Full heart. I'm taking Florida and pray they shock the world. If I lose this game, so be it. I hope they at least keep it close.
Man, I want to do that so bad. In the Swamp, is this a night game? Does anybody know, or is it during the day?
I think it's a 2:30 game.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably a little bit easier home crowd at 2:30 versus a 6. Still going to be really, really hard for Texas. I don't buy the Texas hype, but I think Florida is just bad. They lost to USF at home. So this hurts me to say it, but I am going to go with Texas in this one.
I don't know, man. Not so fast. See, I think my heart wanted to pick Florida because obviously we don't like UT. And I was like, is there any reason at all to pick Florida? So they play in the Swamp. UT has not looked good at all against anybody. This is the best team they'll play since Ohio State. Ohio State beat them by 7, but they didn't do anything offensively. They just played good defense, and they were like really cautious. So Florida, they lost to USF bad. Okay, that's rough, but that was kind of a sleeper game that surprised them. They got beat pretty bad by Miami on the road, but Miami's good. I was looking at the LSU game. They went into LSU at night in Death Valley. They lost 20-10, and DJ Lagway threw 5 picks. So if he does if he does one thing, they can beat Texas at home, is my mentality. And I've got my freaking Walter Clayton Jr. football jersey to back it up. Give me the damn Gators, bro, in the Swamp.
Let's go.
Great pick, Cason. Wonderful pick. Back on my lonesome here again with the Texas pick. I hope I am wrong. I hope I am wrong on this one. I truly do. Electrifying pick there from Cason. Third game, we've got Washington at Maryland. kind of a weird one. The slate's a little bit dry this week. There's some good
I
games.
actually
I think.
like this game, B-Mark. I
Okay.
actually like that you put this on here.
Well,
Um,
thanks for backing me up. I feel better now.
Yeah, I like it. Washington just played Ohio State pretty close.
Yeah.
Not really at all. But the spread on that game was extremely close. I think it was 9.5. Ohio State covered with ease. But for some reason, I feel like Vegas is kind of like on Washington a little bit. Like, they play the number one team in the country. The spread's 9.5, and then the next week they go on a road on a team that's. I mean, they're not. Maryland's not great. Who did they play this past week?
Wisconsin, I think. Who's not very good.
Wasn't that one? It was close, wasn't it?
I don't know the score. I think they won pretty handily.
I thought it was an early game. Do you have a score handy, B-Mark?
I can check.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So they go on the road. It was 2 weeks ago. That's why I couldn't find it. They beat Wisconsin 27-10. Maryland's undefeated. Vegas is still on Washington. I'm not sure why. They don't look great. But again, the only game I have to go off of is that Ohio State game. They beat Washington State by 1 billion. They beat UC Davis by 1 billion and Colorado State by 17. I'm going to take Maryland here as an underdog because I'm not sure why everybody's on Washington so bad. It doesn't make sense to me.
Cason?
Me and Blake are in sync today. I got Maryland. I think they look the best they've looked in a while. And I also don't really understand the Washington hype. I mean, they slowed down Ohio State a little bit, but Ohio State's offense isn't anything too crazy, but their defense is like number one in the nation. So I like Maryland at home getting a win.
I want to pick Washington, but I think I'm with y'all too. Washington's quarterback is really good. He's got some weird name. But I think he's having a pretty decent year. But yeah, Maryland went and stomped Wisconsin, which I know they're not great, but they're traveling from the other side of the country to go play Maryland. So I think that'll play a little bit of a factor here. Maryland coming off of a bye week, probably over prepared for this game. So yeah, I'm gonna clean sweep this one. I think Vegas has it wrong. I think I'm gonna go with Maryland to sweep this pick. Game number 4, we've got Virginia at Louisville. Mind you, this is a ranked Virginia team going on the road to play Louisville. Louisville favored by 6.5. How are we feeling?
More bias here. I don't know if you guys have any hatred towards Virginia. I still do.
Yeah.
Bias. And just for anybody that doesn't know what we're referencing, I'm going to bring up some heartbreak here for us. 2019, Texas Tech Virginia National Championship in basketball. We lose in overtime. B-Mart, were you there? Were you in Minneapolis?
No, my parents went, and I got offered to go, but I played a baseball game in Big Spring.
Yeah, that's
crazy. Me and Blake were both there, and you weren't. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, me, Cason, we met up at the Mall of America Rainforest Cafe, hyped up like we're going to win this game. We have it in our hands. Jarrett Culver, I believe, collapses on a driving layup while we're up 3, leaves DeAndre Hunter in the corner open. And he cashed it when it goes into overtime, and they just make all kinds of ridiculous nonsense, and we lose the game.
Hey, bro. How guy was making everything.
Yeah, it just complete heartbreak. I will never get over that. Even if we win a natty in the upcoming years, I won't get over that one at all. You talked about I think the TCU tip drill was the first time you cried at a sports event, B-Mart. That was the first time I cried at a sports event. That was brutal heartbreak. All that being said, still have a little bit of hatred towards Virginia. Don't know much about this game. It's ACC. We talked about this. Don't know anything about it. So I'm going to go Louisville, just another heart pick.
Jason, I'll let you take it.
Dude, I hate to pick Virginia, but I'm gonna pick Virginia because I don't know how this is 6.5. Louisville hasn't done anything. They beat Pitt by 7, who lost to West Virginia. That's it. I mean, West Virginia sucks. So I have no idea why Louisville's favored by 6.5. This could be like a Vegas trap where they know something we don't. But like Virginia just beat Florida State. Like that's pretty legit. I'm taking Virginia, especially with 6.5 points. If we're just talking spread, that's crazy. So I'm taking Virginia outright though.
Oh man, split pick here. I'm gonna go with Louisville in this one. I think, as I always say, Vegas knows something, and I'm gonna go with them. I also hate Virginia wholeheartedly. I don't feel good about this at all. But the spread being over 6 points is just like I'm gonna just be safe here and pick Louisville. So
you never know anything about ACC games.
Right. Yeah, we're not an ACC podcast. That conference is stinky winky. So I'm going to go with Louisville in that one. Game number 5. This should be a quick, fast, easy. Texas Tech at Houston. Cason, I'll let you go first.
I think 10.5 is absolute disrespect. Houston just freaking lost to Oregon State almost. Like I thought they'd be respectable. I was hoping that they would just like dog Oregon State. They might be ranked coming in because they were 3-0, but they beat nobody. They almost lost to Oregon State. I think we should win by like minimum 20 points. I think that's a pretty solid lock on 10.5. So I don't know what Blake's showing us, but something.
I don't know if y'all can see this or not. I don't know if it's a little blurry or what, but B-Mart sends me the picks this week for the first time ever. And
I think I'll run this podcast, bro. What is going on?
We have like 20 account managers.
So number 5 on the picks that he sent me is Oregon State at App State. So I did a little bit of research on
Did I
that.
not text you, Blake?
Huh?
You texted me.
Oh, I texted Cason. I said I changed it.
Yeah.
I'd love to throw this in there, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for that. I was not sure why Oregon State and App State was on our pick'em. I don't think anybody cares about that game, and if you should, you shouldn't. So it's Tech in Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tech by 50.
No, Blake, that's the easy pick that we should all go through is the freaking Oregon State App State game.
Yeah, I was quick and easy. What are we talking about?
Yeah. B-Mart, what you got, boy?
Texas Tech by 1 trillion.
Let's go.
Actually, I'm gonna make a bold. I told Blake this.
Blake covered.
Don't do this.
I think my heart has changed. I think my mind has changed. Earlier this week, I did say Houston is going to cover.
That's crazy.
But I think I was just psyching myself out of it being a trap game, and we are Texas Tech, so we would lose a game like this. They're undefeated.
A trap game, like we play Kansas the week after. It's not like we're playing, Alabama the week after, and we got to like get ready. Like we're playing Houston then Kansas. I don't think we have a trap to fall into here.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know how y'all view this, but the Tech and Houston basketball series last year feels like it kind of instilled a rivalry. And so, I mean, I feel like if anything, that Kansas game next week would be a trap game. Because, I mean, nobody here really likes Houston anymore. We're kind of rooting for them in the Final Four, Big 12 guys. But, I mean, that series we had with them last year was pretty brutal. But I don't think it's a trap game for us. If anything, it'll be next week.
And last time they came to Lubbock, we had a overtime win. It was 2022, I think. So like we've had good bouts with them, including last year in basketball. So yeah,
Is that when Donovan transferred?
It was before he transferred. He was on our team, and
Okay.
he was like the starter of that game, and then he transferred to Houston after. But go
They're
ahead, Beam.
breaking out. They're breaking out the powder blues, and we know what happens when they break out the powder blues.
They
Texas
did it in basketball, and we beat them without our best player and head coach.
Yeah, boy.
Tech by 1 trillion. Yeah, I'm not going with the Houston cover, Blake. I was halfway rage baiting, halfway just really scared of losing. So I'm gonna go Tech in this one. Next game, Blake, you can go first. We've got Kansas at UCF. Kansas is a 5.5 point favorite on the road. What do you think?
Obviously, I'm taking Kansas here. If you're Kansas, you have to basically. I mean, other than next week's going to be a dogfight that I don't think people are expecting. Tech Kansas, but that's when Kansas is expected to lose. Other than that, I feel like Kansas has to win out if they want this to be a successful season. You've got your sixth-year senior Jalen Daniels at quarterback.
He's about to get Social Security, bro. You got to cash in on that.
Hey, he was 17 whenever he started his first game at Kansas, so he's only like 22.
Fair.
Social Security.
So, I mean, he's not Carson Beck, who's B-Mart's like fantasy boyfriend. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah,
National champion.
no. Short answer. I'm taking Kansas, and I'd love a 5.5 point spread there.
Yeah, I don't think Kansas. I mean, Kansas is good. They're not going to be in a dogfight with Tech in Lubbock. That's not going to happen. But they're okay. And UCF, I was looking at who they played. They beat Jacksonville State 17-10. So give me Kansas pretty easily in this game.
Yeah, it feels like you have to pick Kansas. I'm also going to go with the Jayhawks. The spread is really reminding me of last week with Blake's new favorite football. Blake's new favorite football program and player, Cincinnati and Sorsby. I don't know. Yeah, Kansas, I think, will win this by more than 5.5. UCF, I think, had a chance last week at home to beat Kansas State, who's really booty cheeks, but they didn't do it. So I'm going to go Kansas here for another clean sweep. All right, here is my favorite game of this pick'em. We've got Western Kentucky going on the road to Delaware. If you don't know, the Western Kentucky quarterback is Maverick McIver, who is a Texas Tech legend / ACU legend. One of the guys that's in the top something of passing yards for college football. It's a 2.5 point spread for Delaware. Again, you guys might not know anything about this game. I really don't. I just like Maverick. So I am going to pick Western Kentucky. I like their mascot. He's weird and cool. And their quarterback is a dog. And I'm going to go with Western Kentucky. This was a random game, close spread. Y'all have any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, give me Delaware, bro. give me Delaware. I looked this up because I was like, why didn't B-Mart pick this? But yeah, I saw Mavericks on Western Kentucky. Also Delaware, it's like their first year in FBS, which is crazy, and they're like 4-0. So I'm like, screw it, give me Delaware at home. Lock of the week right there, bro. Freaking Delaware. What do you got?
Delaware got smashed by Colorado, but
I don't know. I'll tell you.
They did beat UConn, who's been in FBS for like 3 years now, so that's cool. They beat Delaware State and they beat Florida International. First of all, I would like to say it's cool. Mavericks on Western Kentucky. He's a good quarterback. Nobody cares about this game.
Dang, dude. I'll be watching.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick, Blake. That's the right pick.
But just because Mavericks on Western Kentucky, I'll back you, B-Mart. I'll take them.
Y'all gonna see, bro. The Blue Hens are coming in their first year in the FBS.
Is that their mascot?
Yeah, I had to Google that today. I was like, who is this?
Blue Hens. So lucky for y'all, I took off another just absolute barn burner. in that Oregon State App State game. So I left one on here. Blake and I take Western Kentucky. Cason with the Delaware pick. Hey, this is shaping up to be again a really good week for Cason, or a really bad week for him, or other way around, vice versa. So fun pick so far. Game number 8, we've got Kansas State at Baylor. Little hint here. This is probably going to be something about my lock of the week. Blake, you're shaking your head. I'm going to let you take it here.
Do I even need to say anything? Yeah, give me Sawyer and Baylor by about 452. Kansas State sucks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cason?
I don't think there's a world in which Kansas State can win this game. Yeah, Sawyer's way too good. Shout out to All Saints Middle School. I think Baylor's covering easy. I think it's 2 touchdowns plus. 6.5 that's just free money. So
yeah, that's ridiculously low.
At Baylor, it's crazy.
K-State gets a little momentum boost with a quarterbackless UCF. They're not beating Sawyer and Baylor. I mean, it won't be close.
Not so fast, my friend.
No.
You thought I would wear this shirt to pick the Bears, didn't you?
I hope you did.
You thought, and you thought correctly. I'm going with Baylor. This is free cash. I'm probably going to pay off my student debt with this game. I'm going to pick Baylor. This spread is freaking crazy. 1 touchdown. Maybe Kansas State knows something, or Vegas knows something that we don't. But I don't think that's the case this time. So I'm picking Baylor. We'll get into that later, but it's also going to be my lock of the week is that spread. Number 9, Vanderbilt at Alabama. This is where game day is. I got on a little soapbox about this earlier, but Bama's favored by 10.5. Wondered if y'all thought any magic could happen from Vandy. We talked about Vandy against South Carolina a few weeks ago, and they did something crazy. So, Cason, let you take it first. What do you think about this game?
I think Vandy's better than they were last year, but I think Bama is going to win by probably 2 touchdowns. I think they're going to cover. I think now it's like personal. They're going to really try for this game. All the fans are going to be involved. And I'm a big Kalen DeBoer fan. I liked him at Washington. They were a lot of fun to watch with Penix. And, yeah, he does some bullshit. And they lost to FSU, and they looked kind of bad last year. Last year they got absolutely rolled by the freaking OU Sooners, who were 6-6. So Bama's up and down, but they're up right now, and I think they're going to stay up against Vandy. So I'm taking Bama to cover 10.5.
Yeah, Cason, I'm with you. After last year, it's definitely personal. Vandy is a good team this year. Last year, I don't think they were that great. So kind of unfortunate for Vandy going to Tuscaloosa this year. I mean, but one thing we know about Vandy is that Pavia is going to put up a fight. They're gonna play their butts off, because it seems as of recent that in these big games they find a way to keep it close and even win. So I am going to take Bama, but I don't think they'll cover.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to go Bama here, and I'm also going to go with them to cover. I think this is good that we're picking the spread on this one, because we're all picking the Crimson Tide. Yeah, I like Pavia a lot, and Vanderbilt and what they're doing. They're scrappy. They're a bunch of gamers. And I think they'll make it close-ish. But, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Ty Simpson leading that offense. I'm a fan of his. He's I don't know if y'all saw his little speech halftime or pregame. He sounded like Coach Saban. He kept saying, all right, after everything he was saying. I like him a lot. He stuck around with the program. He's leading them well. And after one kind of rocky start against Florida State, he's got him on the right track. So, yeah, like Cason said, proving point in this game. They're going to take him seriously. We got Bama to win and cover for me too. So, last game here, we've got Miami at Florida State. I'll go first here. I think Miami is going to win the national championship this year. And I'm going to keep that trend rolling. They're going to steamroll. They're going to steamroll Florida State. I don't think this will be particularly close. I think Miami is really good, and this is also kind of a free money pick. I might regret saying this, but I'm going to pick Miami to win and cover handily in this game.
Yeah, I think I got Miami as well. I think it'll be closer than B March saying. I think it'll be like a touchdown, so they're still going to cover. But they were letting Florida hang around for a while in that game. They ended up pulling away. It was like 13-7 for a while, so I don't think they're going to be steamrolling anybody. And Florida State's good; they beat Alabama, but Miami's just better. I'd take them for sure.
I think I'm going to shock the world here. It's an ACC game. It's my head is telling me to pick Miami, and usually when my head's telling me something in an ACC game, pick the opposite. So I'm going to take Florida State to win outright. I'm getting thumbs down emojis from Cason and B Mark.
Hey, I don't actually hate the pick. I mean, I kind of went back and forth, but I think Miami's better.
I hate it. I'm just kidding. Blake. I'm a little dramatic with my pick, so probably not a steamroll. Need to be humbled a little bit, but I love it. I love the division here. We've got some split games, some split picks here. Excited for the week. Guys, any last thoughts as we enter into week 6 of the football season?
I don't know. I think we only agreed on like one game, and it was Tech in Houston. Maybe 2.
Oh, we had Kansas and Baylor.
I always forget the lock of the week, guys.
Yeah. So I don't know. I know what you're going to take for your lock of the week, so I don't know what the group lock of the week is going to be.
Tech spread would be great.
It's so easy, bro.
That was going to be my personal, but if we want to go group lock of the week, I'll come up with another one.
Hey, you can keep it as personal.
Yeah.
What other game did we agree on? Washington, Maryland.
We did.
And everybody, yeah.
Okay,
I don't know if that's quite a lock.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. But it's plus money. If we all agree that Maryland's going to win that game,
Sure.
I mean, we could do Maryland plus 6.5.
I love it.
The cover, yeah, for sure. If we're doing.
All right, Maryland plus 6.5 as our group lock of the week. Blake, I'll let you pick your personal.
Yeah, I just said it. Tech minus 10.5 is free. Is that still what it's at? It's 10.5. Has it shifted at all?
I think it's 10.5. Yeah.
Yeah, last I saw it was.
Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna take Tech minus 10.5. I feel like I don't need to say much more about it. Like that just feels completely free.
Awesome. I'll take this one here. I'm gonna go Baylor minus 6.5. Again, feels free at home, which they have no home turnout, but I think they will win handily against Kansas State. Sawyer will just light them up. Kansas State's offense won't get anything done. We know why, the root cause. But I'm going to go Baylor minus 6.5 as my lock of the week. I need some redemption. I'm 0 for the last 2, so need a big one here from the Bears.
Even if Baylor's spread was minus 20.5, I would take it.
Yes, very true.
Well, I've got some free money for y'all boys that we've not talked about. That is Mississippi State on the road at A&M getting 14.5 when they just beat Auburn by 6. And Auburn is not good. We saw that. So I've got, like, I don't bet, but that makes me want to. I mean, 14.5 for Mississippi State. They beat Arizona State. They went to overtime with Tennessee. They're good, and they're getting 14.5. That's insane to me. I don't think A&M is all that. They're okay, but that's free money.
I don't like the stray there. Taylor threw a stray at you last week with Tulane. Cason's throwing one at me with A&M. A&M's my sleeper team to make it into the playoffs, which isn't much of a sleeper anymore. They're number 6 in the country, but yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
So do you think they'll beat Mississippi State by 15, or what do you think?
I think they could.
I don't know, bro.
That's
They
that's,
put
that's
a-
why.
They
Jason, good call
put,
there.
they put 16 points up on Auburn, bro, at home. Like, I don't see them doing anything to Mississippi State. But
Yeah.
that was a costly game too. Arizona State losing early at Mississippi State made the entire Big 12 look bad. But I think Mississippi State is actually a pretty good team, and they're going to do good.
Yeah, I don't think Mississippi State is that bad of a team. I'm with you, but Auburn's defense is insane. They're not a good football team overall, but yeah, it sucks. A&M only beat Auburn by 6, but I think A&M's going to put up like 40 this weekend.
It'll be 40-27, and I'll win money. So
I love it. Well, guys, I don't have anything else. Cason, I want to give you some time here to reflect and just give us one final piece before we head out for the night.
All right, boys. Well, thanks for having me as y'all's guest picker. It's a true honor. I feel like I'm on College Game Day right now. So yeah, I think this was good. We had some surprise games in here to pick, like Western Kentucky, Delaware, but it's a good time. I think I did pretty good. I like my picks. I like, we were in agreement on a lot of stuff. There were a few here and there, but yeah, and I like freaking Texas Tech, little parlay, Texas Tech minus 10.5, Baylor minus 6.5. Is that not just the most free money of all time? I don't know.
It
So
feels free. Your odds would be like plus 200.
we'll throw a little Mississippi State in there and we'll make it work.
Yeah, triple your money there.
Yeah. Yeah, but thanks for having me on, guys. This is cool. So thanks.
Well, oh my gosh. God. See, we've been talking for too long. That will be cut out. That will have to be cut out of the
no, we're clipping that.
Well, Cason, thanks for joining us. The Two Bees in a Ball podcast, where we pick it, we call, we win, or we fall. That's why you call us Two Bees in a Ball. Guys, if you're listening to this, please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to grow our channel to 10 subscribers. So if you could please subscribe, that would be awesome. We're trying to hit a goal of 10 before week 7. And guys, if you're listening to this point in the episode, which is a freaking miracle, if so, comment your lock of the week in the comment section. Last week we broke our record of 0 comments to 1. Gavin commented, so shout out to you, Gavin. If you're listening, comment your lock of the week, and we will, if you get it right, we will shout you out on the next episode. But guys, great to be on with you. For Blake and Cason, I'm Braden. God. For Blake and Cason, I'm Braden, and we'll see you next time.